Shalom, shalom out there. Bear with us for a second. Hey, shalom to you, a few brothers and a few sisters. Shalom. Yeah, if you come on the comment board, I'll make you a moderator, brothers. Let me see here. Okay. That's moderator. Okay. You got the wrench, brother. Bear with us 1 second, brothers and sisters. Let me see. You on the comment board, brother?
Oh shit.
Just give you a wrench real quick. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai.
Okay.
Let me see.
It should be good.
Okay. That's you there?
I'm not really sure how to check it, but we should be good.
Okay. All right. Okay. Corner Wolf, you got the wrench, brother. All right. Shalom out there. One of you brothers want to open?
Khan got it. Shalom. Anaknawaha, Bar Yasha'ala, we the Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah to preach to so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, Haitians, and Israelite foreigners. Repent, yea, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. First and foremost, before we get started, I'm going to say, call Layim La, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Chak, Wadash. A double honor to the elders and apostles of great millstone that taught us his truth and rule well. And much respect to you, brothers that are pushing his truth with our righteousness. As it says, shalom. Pretty much, it's been as we always see, it's an increase in, chariot sightings, which this world calls UFOs, so we're going to touch on what those are because they actually are identified in the scriptures.
That's right. And we got a few articles here, that we want to show, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Some of you brothers and you few sisters out there, you should be very familiar with, how this chief of the Navy, ex-chief of the Navy, he's explaining, right, how Esau shoots a missile and a damn chariot come out of nowhere, man, and zap it into outer space. You see? So, hey, man, these chariots, right? These chariots are actually our brothers, man. You see that? And they're watching over us through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You see, and you see these chariots, it's so many different chariot sightings all over the place, man. You see? And let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and start here first. As a matter of fact, can a brother grab that scripture? Zechariah chapter 5. You can start at verse 1 through 3, Baba Kashar.
This is Zechariah chapter 5 and verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
That's right. So this is what Ezekiel saw, man. Now you got bug outs out there to break that down, like, ooh, look, a flying, a Pillsbury roll. No, man. Right. It's talking about, what the word ignorantly calls a UFO, man. Right, which is the chariots of the Lord. You see? Got it, brother.
And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So this chariot here was this chariot here was pretty big, man. All right, this is what Ezekiel saw. You see? Got it, brother.
Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. Mm-hmm. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it.
That's right, man. So when Yahweh Shai's come back here, it's like when Yahweh Shai come back here, right, with the thousands of heaven, right, the chariots, man, right, they're gonna be zapping a lot of people, zapping people in an instant, man, incinerating people. You remember seeing that movie? What's the name of that movie? War of the Worlds, right? You had people out there running for their life, and all you seen was clothes and damn, clothes and socks and all of that left over, man. People being turned into dust. God. You see, so on the day of the Lord, man, right? This is what you're gonna see. helping destroy this place, the intense laser beams of the Chariots, and also the ICBM missiles, man. You see that? You're hearing more and more talks of World War III, right? Because, these missiles are part of the Lord's army, man, right? And also the Chariots. You see?
Hey, when you go into that word curse, it goes into this word execrate, which pretty much says to feel or express a great loathing for, right? And that's why when the scriptures say, Edom is who the Lord has indignation with forever, right? That's why you see the chariot sightings the way you do. That's why you see these things start to ramp up, chiefly over here in Babylon the Great, right? They're all over the world, but the majority of these sightings are over America right now, man. And it's because, like it says, it's the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. So that curse is an example, of what the power of the Lord has to come, right? The destruction that the Lord is about to bring upon Babylon the Great, man.
That's right. Precept. Got it, brother.
This is Mark. So this is Mark chapter 16, and hold on, I gotta get it. Yeah, Mark 16 and verse 20. It says, I'm sorry, verse 19. It says, So then after the Lord had spoken unto them, he was received up into heaven and sat on the right hand of the Most High. And they went forth and preached everywhere, the Lord working with them, confirming with the word, signs following. Because the Lord speaking in signs. And pretty much the chariots is a direct sign that, hey, Esau's rulership is coming to an end. Going into Zechariah, the 5th chapter, Esau understands that this marks the downfall of his kingdom,
Yep.
That's right. That's right. You Edomites are finished. You guys don't have the technology, right, to bring down these chariots or these chariots, man. Yahweh Shalaki, these chariots of the Lord, man. Right? As a matter of fact, you saw the article what happened not too long ago, how Esau shot pretty much $3 million at a damn balloon and missed. You see, because Esau doesn't have the technology, man. You see? Let me see here. And that was just a balloon, right? So imagine the chariots. You see? You got it, brother.
This is Psalms Tahoyim chapter 104 and verse 3. It says, Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. Pretty much the point, the chariots, they can cloak themselves as clouds. Sometimes when we see clouds up in the sky, it's chariots.
That's right. That's right. So it's more and more articles coming out, man. Right? You see people like, oh my God, look at that, and people seeing the chariots, man. Right. As a matter of fact, one of the brothers, I forget exactly which camp, he was standing outside and saw a chariot, man. Right. So we in some heavy, heavy times, man. You see, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab this article here. I'm just gonna read a little bit on it. All right, then I'm gonna let me see here. As a matter of fact, let's do this here. Let me see if I can do it real quick. Shalakia. Let me see here. All right, here we go. We in some exciting times, brothers and sisters. Let me see here. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and grab this one first. And it says, and it reads, NASA, right, can't explain handful of UFO sightings as it searches for signs of life. You see, so I don't know if you brothers and few sisters out there can hear me, give me a thumbs up. If not, then okay, come. Okay, I hear it. Yeah, so I'll read it again. It says NASA can explain handful of UFO sightings as it searches for signs of life. You see that? So NASA can't explain, right, what the hell these UFOs are, man. But we know exactly what they are, right? These Edomites out here, they still think they're just little green men, right? And they're finished, right? These are the angels, right, of the Lord, man. You see? I'm gonna read a little bit into this article here. I actually want to hit play, but I don't know if it's gonna play or not. Let me see. I could try. Let me see here. You know what? No, I'm not even gonna try. It says NASA is looking for signs of life, past and present. Okay. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson said, and there are a small handful of incidents that we do not know what they are. You see that? So these devils, they don't know what the hell they are, right? And again, you know, the secrets were revealed unto who? The servants, the prophets. You see that? And it says, as it stands today, NASA doesn't have enough high quality data to make a definitive scientific conclusion about the origin of you. And you know what? You devils, you don't know, because the Spirit of the Lord is not dealing with you to know what they are, but you will know on the day of the Lord. It says, according to the space agency independently, UAP, right? And it represents let me see,
unidentified or
aerial phenomenon.
Yeah.
Come on, the water, brother. It says research terms, 36-page report that was released Thursday. So, you know, this came out yesterday, man. Let me see here. I'm gonna read a little bit more. It says, if you ask me, I don't believe there's life in a universe that is so vast that it's hard for me to comprehend how big it is, right? Because these devils here, you know, they're trying to search out, you know, the stars of heaven, right? And it wasn't meant for them to do so. My personal answer is yes, Nelson said. It would have to be a very advanced civilization, and it's like it, but the distance is light years, hundreds of lights, billions of light years away. You see, so, you know, the point is, you know, we want to bring this out here. I think this is pretty interesting because, you know, NASA can't explain, right, what these UFO sightings are, man. You see? But again, we know exactly what the hell they are.
I appreciate it.
You got it, brother.
This is James chapter 2 and verse 19. It says, thou believest that there is one power, thou do as well. The devils also believe and tremble. Because pretty much, you know, Esau trying to make it seem like, you know, when we bring this out, that we tripping, you know, he push it out to 2/3. But he himself, you know, he recognizes that he doesn't have arms long enough to box with the Lord. You know, going into that what you mentioned, that pretty much they it's a lot of information they don't know about the chariots, but they understand that it's the Lord and that they exist, you know.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, when they're presented with something they can't understand, you know, or something that they don't have the answers for, that's when you see them put things out like, oh, we have preserved alien bodies, or, you know, we just found a crashed UFO and things like that, you know, to keep the minds of the people, you know, at bay, right? Because if the people think, and the people realize that the chariots of the Lord, you know, are coming to destroy America, right? That's when you're going to see, you know, the uproar start to begin, man. But Esau has to make it seem as though he's got everything under wraps, man.
It made too much sense.
That's
I got
right.
a quick preset too.
I got one after you.
God, this is Jeremiah 10 and verse 2. It reads, "Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." And I wanted to get this word dismayed real quick.
That's right.
So it says,
and that's
dismay.
No, you got it, brother.
So dismay, it says experiencing or showing feelings of alarmed concern because of some unwelcome situation or occurrence, right? So we're not alarmed at these things because we understand what's happening, man. We've been given that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to be able to, you know, report these things, to be able to disseminate this information to the believers out there, man. You know, every time we see a chariot, you know, we're not, you know, we're giving praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We're not bugging out, you know, like you see people on these videos, man, right? Because as it says, it's an unwelcome situation for them, but it's very, very welcome for us. That just shows that we're that much closer, you know, to our salvation, man.
That's right. That's right. As a matter of fact, the brother Bayan Yashrala, he actually posted that on the comment board, you know, and that's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Right, I'm gonna try to grab some of these off the comment board before I move to the next article. This is the book of Shlaka. This is the brother Mahal. I can't really pronounce your name.
Mahaloya.
Yeah, Mahaloya Yahawada, and he has Isaiah 66 and verse 15, and we should all know this one here, man. And shalom to you brothers and you few sisters that are out there tuning in. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 66 verse 15. It reads, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire." You see that? So Yahweh Shai, right? He's coming back here, right? With that missile or them ICBM missiles, man, and also them chariots, man, right? To rebuke the hell out of, to rebuke the hell out of a lot of people, man. You see that? And it's not going to be cute. Continuing on, and it says, verse 16, "For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh." You see that? And that word plead goes back to judge.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people that are going to be put to death on this day. That's why scripture say, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord," man. All right. Anyway, "For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, right? And the slain of the Lord shall be many." Ooh. You see that? So this is why it's very important out there, man, for you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, right, to repent and get your stuff together, man. You see, because when Yahweh Shai come back here, man, it's not going to be cute. You see?
Okay. It's a lot. The brother name was Mahalo Allah.
Mahalo
Allah. I got another one though.
You got it, brother.
This is Isaiah Yeshaya chapter 26 and verse 20. It reads, it says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed." Now this is going into the salvation of the elect. As the elect is being beamed up, the ICBM is going to be coming down. But that's going into when the elect is in the chariots. What the world calls UFOs or UAPs. Again, these the vehicles of the Lord. It's very written about the detail in the scriptures.
That's right. And you can't, I'm pretty sure you brothers and you few sisters out there remember. I want to say it was a few years back. That guy Dabu, he wound up showing the video of that large chariot, right, entering Earth's atmosphere, man. Right, I want to say it was like 20 times the size of Earth. So the chariots, they're here, man. Right, but they just in the clouds cloaking themselves. Showing you, man, that our salvation is nearer than when we first believe. You see that? And there's a lot of them. I want to read this brother's precept too by Yan Yasharala. Psalm 68, verse 17. It reads, "The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place." You see that? So there's a lot of chariots out there, man. Right? And this is why Esau is confounded trying to figure out what the hell they are. You see, because on the day of the Lord, you're going to see chariots all over the place. And going back to what the brother Yuam just said, these chariots, they're going to be zapping people. But at the same time, I believe that it's one chariot that's going to be, beaming up the brothers, man, at the same time while the missiles is hitting and tearing this place Babylon up, man. You see, it's the water for that precept, brother. Let me see here.
Hey, when you go back to that Isaiah 66 and that word plead, it also goes into to vindicate, man. Right? And you go into that word vindicate, it says here to provide justification or defense. So they're going to be, defending the elect, man. Right? That divine intervention, that brothers, often speak of, that's going to be required at these times, right? Because Esau is going to be let completely off the leash. Right, so we're gonna need spiritual intervention, and it's gonna come by way of those chariots, man. And then it also says here to set free or deliver, right? So that's where our deliverance is gonna be coming. As the brother read, right, we're gonna be beamed up into those chariots, as those missiles are coming down, man.
That's right. And Yahweh Ratazah, we are, amongst those men that's beamed up. You see. you know, and Esau puts it everywhere. You know, they did a damn we call it a Nike commercial. How you saw Jake getting beamed up, you know, like the elect, you know. So you know, y'all brothers are, you know, that'll be us, man, getting beamed up, man. You know, a changing and twinkling of an eye, man. You know.
God, I even had it in the movie This Is the End.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Let me see here. I got another article. Let me see here. I'm gonna show this guy here. Let's see here. Let's show this guy. Okay. Nah, here it is right here. Let's listen to this guy here.
The sound working on?
Let me see here. I don't think the sound is working. Let me see here. But I got the article here. And Shalakia, bear with us, brothers. You know, Esau is the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. But this is the article here. It says, former Air Force chief claims he once saw a UFO firing a nuke missiles, at nuke missiles launched from secret base. You see that? So you brothers and you few sisters out there, you should remember this, you know, because they show, you know, matter of fact, they show simulations of it, right? How they were pretty much was launching this missile right here in outer space, and the Chariot came out of nowhere, man, right? And zapped this damn zapped this missile here, and the damn missile went into outer space. You see? It says a former Air Force chief claimed today how we saw a UFO firing 4 beams of light at a nuclear missile undergoing testing. Ooh. U.S. Air Force First Lieutenant Robert Jacobs alleged a craft resembling a flying saucer circled the dummy warhead during a test flight in California during 1964. But despite his claims of what he saw, the former serviceman was ordered never to breathe a word of what he saw. A bombshell press conference held. You see, so let me see. Shalakia, brothers. Along with other American Air Force chiefs, Dr. Jacobs was given advice about how aliens tampered with weapon systems during tests at nuclear base and even shut the missile down. You see, so you know, a lot of times, you know, when you see, you know, these major what we call them, these major U.S. Air Force bases, you know, a lot of times, you know, there's always UFO sightings, right, or chariot sightings around these Air Force bases, man. As a matter of fact, Elder actually went into it, how he showed, you know, how the UFOs pretty much came, right, and activated all the missiles, right, at this Air Force base, and then shut them down, man. You see, so everything is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, right? You know,
they got a lot of like it's a lot of pretty much sightings at the Air Force bases, because you know Esau got like a lot of pollution around like the major cities, and the Air Force base pretty much they got to push up the plane, so it's a lot of light pollution out around the Air Force base. But I got a definition, I got a precept. Ezekiel said he seen a flying roll, and what you just said was spiritual. That the dude, he said, I can't remember what he said in the article, but he said something about a flying saucer, and Ezekiel said he saw a flying roll. But this is the definition for saucer. It says a small, round, shallow dish to hold a cup, something resembling a saucer as in shape. So Ezekiel said you said a flying saucer, and Ezekiel said a flying roll. You know, so showing the two, you know, it lines up. You know, but pretty much it's a lot of Edomite insiders that got stories like that. You know, he said he saw something or whatever he was doing, and I had a personal testimony that this dude at my job was a pilot. You know, he said he had a old friend, and pretty much he wrote a book because he seen a chariot when he was flying, So pretty much they coming out spilling the beans. So this is the Hayim Psalm chapter 64, and we get verse 8. It says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, or that see them shall flee away. Pretty much you got, members of Edomites, insiders that's coming from these different organizations and jobs that's coming out and saying, hey, this is actually true,
That's right. And if I may add another, personal testimony, myself, back before I even knew what a chariot was, I must have been like in my teens. Me and my friend, we was hanging outside on the balcony one day, and we just so happened to look, and it was above the Norfolk International Airport. And when we looked, right, there was something in the sky, and it had lights just going around it. Now I know what a damn plane is. I know what a satellite looks like. I know what a helicopter looks like. But this thing, it was just in the air, right? And it had lights going around it, man. I looked at him and he looked at me and we was like, man, what the hell is that? Right? And as soon as when we got like a really good look at it, man, it must have shot up like 200 feet. And then in the blink of an eye, it turned left and was like out of this atmosphere, man. Right. And I looked at my friend and, he looked at me. It was like, no one is going to believe what the hell we saw. You see, so these things here, right, these chariots are real. And Jake is going to lose their damn mind when Yahweh Shai come back with the thousands of heavens, man, the chariots, man. It's going to be zapping asses all over the place. You see, and that day, people, they're going to be believing them. You see that?
I got that for you.
You got it, brother.
This is 2nd Esdras, also Isaiah chapter 1. We'll go to verse 11. Verse 1. It says, and it came to pass that the 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof.
That's right.
And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed.
Oh, Shalaki, brother. So Ezra's pretty much, he looked up, right? He saw this big chariot, right? Cracking the clouds, man. Right? And this damn thing here, it was bigger than a mountain, based off what Ezra said in the latter verses, man. You got it, brother.
Verse 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things that trembled that were seen under him.
That's right. And this man that waxed strong, that was Yahweh Shai, man, right? Who the world ignorantly called Jesus, and he was on this chariot, man. And everything that was underneath for him, right? All the people, they pretty much trembled in fear. He saw people shitting, on their cells, and people giving up the spirit, and all of that, man. You see, you got it, brother.
It said, the thousands of heaven, like we got in Psalm 68, verse 17. The scriptures say, the Lord is among them, as in Sinai.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Verse 4. And whensoever the voice went out his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire.
Mm-hmm. You got it, brother.
And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it.
That's right. So you're going to have all these heathen nations, right, on the day of the Lord. They're going to stop their fighting against themselves. They're going to try to fight Yahweh Shai. You see that, who the world again called Jesus Christ, right? And Yahweh Shai is going to, matter of fact, continue on, brother. You got it.
Verse 7. It says, but I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
That's right. You gonna have these people out there that's in the military, right? You're gonna have these, chief commanders. You're gonna go out there, you're gonna fight. And a lot of people, they're not gonna want to fight, but the spirit is gonna jump on them to take their asses up there, right? And to pretty much die. You got it.
Okay. It says, and lo, verse 9, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
That's right.
And they were all.
No, you got it, brother.
And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived but only dust and smoke and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid.
That's right, man. So all you heathens, that plan on trying to fight against the Lord. As a matter of fact, that bug out Donald Trump, he created a thing called a Space Force, right? And he doesn't realize that, that's actually prophesied in the scriptures that these devils said they were going to go up there, right, and fight against the Lord. And there's not going to be, so all your millions and billions of dollars that you invested into your Space Force, guess what? It's going to be nothing but smoke. You see that? Dust.
I got that precept for you.
You got it, brother.
It's Revelation 12:7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. So as brother's going into, man, Esau Edom is going to come up against the chariots, right? The Lord is going to put the spirit on them, because as we read in that James 2:19, right, the devils believe and do tremble, man. So there's a great fear that's going to be upon them, but the spirit is going to be what pushes them into that altercation, man, and that ultimate destruction.
That's right. As a matter of fact, can somebody grab what's that? Revelation chapter 1, I believe it's verse 7.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
This is Revelation. Quanawap, could you get Acts 1:9 to 11?
Yeah.
This is Revelation chapter 1, get verse 7. It says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierce him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so Amen."
That's right. So an average person, that's not learned through the spirit power of Yahweh Shema Shai, they'll think that, some Edomite is going to come back here standing on clouds and all. Nah, man. Can you read it again, brother Baba Gashal?
It's Revelation chapter 1, we'll get verse 7. It says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so Amen."
That's right. So Yahweh Shai, he's coming back here, right, with the chariots, man. You see that? And all you Edomites, because that's pretty much who did it, right? That pierced Yahweh Shai. You're going to see Yahweh Shai, right? Because you Edomites, you guys are back here today, especially the ones that pierce Yahweh Shai, right? You guys are going to be put to death on the day of the Lord. As a matter of fact, Esau's whole hegemony, right, is going to come collapsing. There's a scripture that talks about how the hills, right, going to governments, how they shall melt like wax at the presence of the Lord, man. So you devils out there, once it's over for you, it's over. Once Yahweh Shai crack them clouds, that's it, man. Right? And there's only 2 more prophecies that really got to jump off the dresser, man. The time of Jacob trouble, right, and the mandatory implementation of the MOTB, man. And then after that, it's over. Right?
That's right.
And I want to. Oh no, you got some more in that, brother? Shalaki.
We had that Acts.
Okay.
Acts, yeah. And Yawan, could you hold Isaiah 19:1 too? This is Acts chapter 1 and verse 9. And when he had spoken these things while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And while they looked, and while they looked steadfastly toward heaven, as he went up, behold, 2 men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, "Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahweh Shai, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven."
So just like the Lord went up into a chariot, he gonna return in that same like manner. We just got it in 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verses 1 through 3, and then also Revelation 1, and 7. You know, the Lord's going to return in the chariots. You know, it's going to be a whole bunch of zapping, you know, as the nukes is going down. You know, the Lord's going to return in the chariots in that Father ship.
That's right. You know, and you know, Yahweh Shaka, you still got people out there. Well, I don't believe in the UFOs, brother. Well, guess what? The Spirit of the Lord ain't dealing with you, right? And the scripture that the brother just read, how was Yahweh Shai beamed up, man? You still got Jake out there that think Yahweh Shai was suspended up on a damn harness by a rope and all that. Nah, man, right? Yahweh Shai pretty much, he was abducted, man, into the chariots, man. So just like how he left in the chariots, this is how he's gonna come back in the chariots, man. And it's gonna be a whole lot of body dropping in that day, man. You see? And if I may, I just want to read this brother's precept here. The brother Kazak Ban Yahweh, the Shalom brother. And he has 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 11. It reads, the Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to what? Powder at the presence, like at his presence. You see that? So the Lord, like Yahweh Shai, he's gonna be turning a lot of people right out there to damn powder, man, right on that day. You know, you still got people out there that, you know, I don't know what the hell these people are here thinking, but that's why, you know, the scriptures say it shall be darkness and no light, man, in the day of the Lord, man. You see, and the water.
Hey, you get that.
This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse. You said verse 2.
Verse 1.
It's Isaiah 19 and 1. It says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Right. You know, so that you go into that word moved, it means completely taken out of the way, man. As the brother's precept, the bar just read, right? Beating everything to powder, right? You go into 2 Thessalonians 2, and I think it's 8. It talks about he's going to destroy with the brightness of his coming, man. Right. So Yahweh Shai coming on that chariot, and the subsequent chariots, you know, the angels, the host of the Lord's armies, man. Right. They're bringing destruction to this place, man. Right. It's a reminder, you know, that, you know, our salvation is near and our enemy's end is even closer, man.
Yeah, that's right. Let me see here. I want to read this brother's precept and get saying, brother, and the water brothers for all the great precepts, man. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 13. It reads, whoso despises the word shall be destroyed. Damn. But he that feareth the commandments shall be rewarded. You see that? And we're looking for that ultimate reward, man. What's the ultimate reward? To be delivered up, man. Right? To be beamed up. You know, for Yahweh Shai to say, come up hither, man. Right? And this is the ultimate reward, man. But a lot of people that despise the words of the Lord, right? And, you know, you got people that come against us. You can come against us all you want, but really you're coming against the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shema Shai. And it reads, whoso despises the word shall be what? Destroyed. You see, so on the day of the Lord, a lot of you individuals out there are going to feel that fervent heat. You see, and Yahweh Ratazah, we are not a part of that number, man. You see? The water, brother. God.
So Revelation 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Right? And that's us getting beamed up, right? Come up out of her is us getting beamed up and brought up into the chariots before the indignation, man, before the plagues completely wipe out the earth, man. Right? As brothers have been saying, you know, as those missiles are coming down, right, as that fire is about to take hold and that beast of destruction, you know, sweeps through, you know, brothers is going to be getting beamed up into the chariots, man, so that we be not partakers of her sins, that we receive not of those plagues, man.
That's right. And you really got to, you know, Apostle Tahar or Apostle Gabar, he says it all the time. You got to visualize what you read. Scripture talk about how the elect shall what? Scarcely be saved. You know, so we're sitting there, right? You can have brothers that are going to be sitting there hearing the 200 million missiles, right, flying towards Babylon, and that's going to be a scary ass sight, man, right? To hear the missiles coming towards Babylon, and right when they get ready to come down and, you know, that destroying wind comes, brothers is going to be beamed up right then and there, man, right? And as a matter of fact, one of the brothers, he actually had a dream where he was beamed up in a chariot, and he looked down, right, and saw America, being turned into that lake of fire, man. You see, so this is why, you brothers, you guys are starting to see more and more, and also hearing more and more talks about these UFOs, man, right, which are the chariots of the Lord, because, Yahweh Shai is ready to make his grand entrance. You see that? Yahweh Shai is ready to, Yahweh Shai is ready to return here with his angelic force, man, right, going into those UFOs, man.
Right.
So we definitely supposed to be measuring out the time diligently, man, because by you seeing all these different sightings, and seeing all these plagues and pestilences, pretty much come to pass, you should know that we are almost at the end, man. Scriptures say that to lift up thy head because thy redemption draweth nigh, right? So we are, this is pretty much it, man. You see?
I got that for you. It's 2 Ezra 9:1. And he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
That's right. You got it, brother.
So we're seeing, the signs of the times, right? Brothers understand that we're in the end times of the end times, man. Right? So all these signs that you're seeing, all the chariots, right? The wars and rumors of wars, the earthquakes in diverse places, the various plagues and pestilences, the famines, all these things. Ultimately, the MOTB talks that we see ramping up, all these things are signs that Yahweh Shai is about to make his presence known in the earth, man. And ultimately, like it says, it's the earth that he made, so he's coming back to retake, what was his, man, and what he rightfully deserves. So we're seeing all these things take place, and we rejoice in that because we're just one step closer to salvation, man.
That's right. That's right, brother. Beautiful precepts, brothers. Let me see here. So just touching back on this article here, man, that I brought out. Let me see here. Touching back here on this article here, man. This will actually inspire me to do this lesson. It says NASA, right, can't explain handful of UFO sightings as it searches for signs of life. You see that? And we're telling these people, right, exactly what these damn UFOs are, man. They are the chariots of the Lord, man, right? And these, so-called UFOs, they're going to come back here, right, with Yahweh Shai, and they're going to be zapping a whole lot of people, man.
That's right.
You see? So, this just supposed to be something real quick through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Did you brothers have anything else?
That was it.
Did we get Revelation 11 and 12?
Let me see here. We can grab it real quick. Revelation 11 and 12.
Okay.
We know exactly what the hell these UFOs are, man. Right? They are part of the Lord's army that's going to pretty much help destroy this place with fire.
That's right.
Okay? So you brothers and you few sisters out there, man, you should definitely, right? If you see a UFO or, a chariot of the Lord, give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, man, because that chariot, right, is ultimately going to be used to help dismantle this place when Yahweh Shai comes. You see, all they just taking reports, right, and going back to, Yahweh, man. You see, for all this wickedness. You got it, brother.
This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 12. It says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And I'm starting verse 11. So Revelation 11 and 11, it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. This is going into the elect, It says, they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and that cloud was going into the chariots. It says, and their enemies beheld them, like in Wisdom of Solomon Chakamasha Shalama, the 5th chapter. It says, in the same hour was there an earthquake, a great earthquake. And hold on, Josh. Yeah. This is a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, going to complete destruction of America, Babylon the Great. And in the earthquake, there were slain of men 7,000. The remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the Most High of heaven. But just pretty much the point that the elect's going to be saved by those chariots. All right. And then America's going to be destroyed with ICBMs, simultaneously while the elect is being beamed up.
Right. That's right. So we definitely in some exciting times. Right? Esau still can't explain what the hell he's seeing up there. You see that? But we know, right, because the spirits or the secrets were revealed through us, right? The prophets, Yahweh Ratazah, we're those men, because Yahweh Shah, he's supping with us. We know exactly what the hell they are, man. You see? Wow. So, just a quick lesson through the spirit, power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, right? And Yahweh Ratazah, you brothers and you few sisters were edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Right? NASA can't explain what the hell they're seeing. Right? The Lord will come with fire and with his chariots. You see that who the world ignorantly calls UFOs. Right? And one of you brothers can close it out. Baba Shah.
I don't want to Zaza, but now your Pablo to those beautiful edification to the spirit. Well, I don't want to Zaz. Atam Yash, Laila to Wa, Lord, we have good night. We go ahead and close it out by saying, Call Laim La, Yahweh, a double honor to the elders and apostles and great millstone that taught us the truth and rule well. And much respect to you, brothers out there pushing this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. Laila to Wa.
Shalom, shalom to you, brothers and you few sisters. Shalom. Y'all call lesson.